Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors,
Hi,
or
this is Michael
affiliates.
Buffer, and
Enjoy.
you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I don't want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold it back for you.
My drop, I know my drop, I know my situation. I want to find but it's gonna be very difficult for both of us.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Border Wars. It's an immediate reaction for Angelo Huracan Habib versus Eric El Terrible Cruz. What an amazing fight right off the bat. I don't want to get into too many details without introducing Matthew the Hipster Hunter, my co-host, all the way out in the Golden State. Then we'll get definitely into all the details of this one and what is in store for these fighters moving forward.
Dollar DiBiase production.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it? Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rope into a knockout. Now, when the main thing is, I just help the guy. I wish.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes, the hipsters here. Haters beware. And immediate reaction. Angelo Huracan Habib versus Eric El Terrible Cruz. Like you said, it was a fantastic fight. For me personally, it was my favorite fight of Border Wars. We had the coach, the trainer of Team Canada being so cocky that he thought he could take on 3 people. And he only made it to 2. And he's 1-1. Cruz just put on a clinic, I thought. I thought he just landed his left hook and right hook at will. He sized him up and knew that he had him. His hands were down. You have to go watch the fight. It was an amazing fight. And like I said, best fight of the card.
Definitely some bravado on the part of Eric Cruz. He was definitely, like you said, after landing a couple of good shots on Angelo Huracan, he had his hands down by his side. A lot of machismo going on. But I wouldn't be, Nestor Gibbs, the one you've all come to love for my hard interview style and just real questions. And the first question I want to ask both fighters, to be honest with you, Matt, is about the weight difference. Cruz had about a 50-pound weight difference. And while, in a way, it can be argued that it was a fair matchup due to the quote-unquote experience level of Huracan. Now, did he show how experienced he was come fight night? Maybe not. Maybe not. But like you said, he was so confident that he wanted to take on 3 TBV members in one night.
Yeah, and God bless his heart. This sport is it's for the brave. You can't go in this sport thinking you're going to lose ever. And Huracan didn't think that. He went in thinking he was going to beat Shandu, which I highly implore anyone to go watch, because I think Huracan definitely showed his expertise and skill in that fight. But, like you said, was the weight a factor? He went up against a guy that lacked total experience, was a complete novice, but weighed, like you said, around 50, maybe 40 pounds more than him. Does that play a factor? I think obviously it does. I think there's a reason we get weight classes in this sport. So the fact that we see a guy with so much more experience than another, and really the only other X factor was weight, and that obviously seemed to play a factor due to the power. I mean, Eric Cruz did hit Huracan with every shot, and every shot seemed like it affected Habib. Every shot.
It was a great job done by the director, Kajwizi, on the actual edit. Because you can see Huracan's and hear Huracan's cockiness. You can hear Jose from Team Canada, his fear in his voice, imploring his fighter that he needed a knockdown, a knockout after the 2 rounds. The first 2 rounds were in the hatchet. Let's start with the opening bell. Coming out, like I said, Huracan's confidence level was definitely high in that first round. And he pretty much thought he was going to do whatever he wanted until Eric Cruz came kind of a la Canelo versus Khan. He would wait for Huracan to jab and then try to counter that with a over the top, kind of looping over the top right hand that quickly found a home.
Easily. And I really don't want to say that it was too looping, because it did seem like not every shot obviously was not loopy, but there were some shots that were compact that did seem to have the right accuracy on them, and there were times where it almost looked like Eric Cruz had the faster hands than Angelo Habib, which was surprising because of the weight difference, Eric Cruz being the bigger guy, but he was so fast. His reflexes were so good in there. And obviously Eric Cruz being the biggest dark horse of the whole event, he had the least amount of footage on him than anyone else. We only got to see 2 rounds of sparring from him on video. Everyone else sent him multiple rounds.
He was sparring with no headgear. We all laughed. We thought that he was.
They really weren't throwing punches. They really weren't landing. He was saying he was knocking out people. That his coach told him to leave the gym for a week because he was hurting too many guys. We all didn't know really what to take of it. And then he goes in there and in the first round puts Huracan on the back foot, makes him respect that power. That first right hand that landed, that first left hook that really landed, the whole crowd in the gym blew up. It was just shouts, oh my God. Ness, you're just shouting on the top of your lungs. I think that obviously played maybe another factor into it, that we expected the least out of Eric Cruz because we saw the least. And then he went out there and I think showed us the most, which is, hats off to him. I think we're all just in awe of God's son, Eric Cruz,
I agree. Listen, I'll say this though, Matt. Going into this one, I didn't have much confidence in Cruz. And it was based off that prelim sparring that he sent in. No sparring gear. They were in the grass next to the cars. I'm just like, yo, this guy obviously is not taking this serious. Fuck. And he's on our team, Team USA. But Cruz really upset Team Canada because that was the captain of their team. That, given maybe another round, I don't know, would he been stopped? It could be argued that Angelo was actually coming on in that 3rd round. Cruz really didn't do much. Angelo was landing, but they were only jabs. Maybe if there was another round, Cruz would have recovered and been able to pummel him. You know what I mean? But very, very interesting fight. Now, the politics that be, in boxing, there's politics. We're trying to keep those out of our little TBV league, So with this major upset,
we love the politics. Come on.
With this major upset, Matt, I think that Eric Cruz deserves a shot at a few of the names that he's calling out. And we'll let him do that in his post-fight. He's on the line. He's ready. But he's at least put the work in. He's put the work in. And he's made a name for himself, especially taking on a guy that was, quote-unquote, levels above him. Am I right or am I wrong here?
Wait, hold on. Repeat that. Sorry. That Huracan, we thought Huracan was levels above Cruz? Sorry.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah, we all did. Especially after the Shandu fight. The way that fight ended, we all thought, man, Huracan's pretty good. And again, we had seen so little of Eric Cruz at that point.
And little of Huracan. I mean, to be honest, we had maybe 2 fights, two sparring matches of him, and they were like 2 minutes each.
And he definitely wasn't on the gas pedal in those fights. So it was hard to tell really where he was at, how much Bobby Arum / Canadian Jose was hyping him up. Is he hype? I mean, that's still a question I think we can ask. Was Angelo Habib just some Canadian hype? He has 6 amateur fights, but again, it's in Canada. Canada doesn't have a rich amateur system.
Well, let's just give some clarity to those just tuning in. Obviously, people are asking, who the hell are we talking about? We're talking about Eric Cruz, longtime listener of the show, just recently started to call in. He joined Border Roars. He received us in Texas as well when we were there for Earl Spence, and he accepted the challenge. He went through his registration and screening. He was accepted. He became part of Team America, and he took on Team Canada. Now, who is Team Canada? Obviously, Team Canada is backed by Canadian Jose, very long-time listener, alumni of this show. He's a patron. He has a ringer. I mean, he's just been around forever. Been to all the appreciation nights. His wife has won an award. So that is Jose, even though he's not the team captain with all those accolades, right? He had put this particular guy, Angelo Huracan Habib, as the captain because Angelo Huracan Habib has a boxing gym in Calgary, Canada, where these guys trained. Calgary, Canada, where these guys trained. And, he became part of Team Canada. And slowly but surely we did shows. There was some buildup. And now we know him, right? So definitely me and Matt and obviously Cruz know him well, and everyone that watches the fight. So that is who we speak of. But Cruz events, we should get to him, right?
Yes.
All right, well, let's do that. Eric El Terrible Cruz out in Dallas. What's going on, my friend?
He needs to hit up Dollar DiBiase and get that intro now.
What's happening, guys?
I know he's got to get his intro up.
Yeah, I do. I need an intro, that's for sure. Hey, guys, how y'all doing, man?
We're good.
We're good. How are you?
How are you? You have to be excited coming off the win. I know your family was stressing them out because the fight took so long to get out. They thought that you were avoiding the conversation of yourself being knocked out.
Oh, yeah. Not only my family, people at work, everybody was asking me about the fight, what happened, how did it go? And I'm like, I can't really, talk about it until the fight comes out, which should be sometime soon. And then it took a while. So everybody was like, you probably got knocked out. And then I started Bible study like that same weekend when I came back. So they were really clowning on me. They were like, you got beat up that bad? You're looking for God now? So that was funny. That was funny to say the least.
Wow. So talk to us a little bit. I mean, defend yourself for the critics that may say, look, it was a good win for Cruz, but he was way too big for Huracan.
Well, I mean, I wasn't supposed to fight Huracan to begin with. I was supposed to fight some other guy. I told Jose I was going to come in at a certain weight, and that's the way that I came in. I sent him a picture the day before the fight that I was at that weight. So on my side, I took care of what I needed to take care of. For whatever reason, the mystery fighter didn't show up. He had some personal reasons that he couldn't attend. And then, I appreciate Huracan for stepping up and calling me out. So it was what it was. Whenever I sparred the other guy that I was sparring. He was like 50 pounds heavier than me. And whenever we spar, I mean, we plan to hurt each other. I don't know how they spar over there in Canada, but we plan to hurt each other. So I sparred bigger guys. And is there a difference? I would say yeah, but I don't think it's that much of a difference.
I hear you. Now, I'm glad that you made it clear to people, because obviously from just the fight alone, no one will know that your opponent pulled out last minute. And it was a scheduled fight at your weight. But it's on video that Huracan is extremely cocky, saying after the knockout of Shandu Logan, he was just warming up. And he would
knock you out faster.
And he would proceed to attempt to knock you out faster. Did you feel any true knockout power Because obviously he won that third round. You know, people are arguing that maybe in a rematch he chooses a different game plan, not to stay in the inside with you and kind of just fight you, peppering you from the outside the way that he did in the third.
I'm sorry, what was the question again about the third round? If could you repeat the question, Des? I'm in the middle of doing something. I'm sorry.
Well, go ahead, Matt.
No, you go. You ask the question.
It's fine.
No, you go. I wasn't paying attention.
God, you guys are both losers. Both losers, all right? Both
Hashtag winners. Hashtag
I heard
winners.
the third round part. I heard the third round part.
Jeez. In the third round, it could be argued that, you know, Huracan was making a comeback. You were extremely tired, and he was definitely peppering you with that jab.
The real question was, did you feel any power from Huracan? Did you feel any power? Did he hit you and you were like, oh, that was a good shot?
Did I feel any power from him? No. Did I feel him touch me? I think once or twice I felt him like touch me, but it wasn't any power. And the third round, the only reason when I was moving around, not throwing a lot of punches, was because my corner, you know, the best trainer, Doomsday, he was telling me that I was up by 2 rounds. There was no need to try to engage him and just kind of move around. So that's kind of what I did. And I think if you look at me throughout the whole fight, I looked tired. And I looked tired because I kind of wanted him. I mean, I was a little bit tired, not going to lie, but I kind of wanted him to engage, to come in and be like, oh, okay, he's tired. This is my turn to take over the fight. And then whenever he did that, I was going to counter. But the third round, he just kind of jabbed, and that was about it.
All right. So now moving forward, I mean, you beat this guy, someone that, you know, not even myself expected you to win. You got the win in spectacular fashion. What's next for El Terrible?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people know who I want. I want Jose. And even before this Border Wars was announced, I think it was like 2 weeks before they announced it, I called Jose. I texted him. I was like, yo, you know, how about me and you go at it? And he told me he already had a deal with Enrique, and it was at that. But after the fight, I mean, it seemed most of the people were pretty convinced that Jose won. But so I want Jose. Flat out, I want Jose. If he has other plans, you know, I understand. But it's either Jose or Robert the Rockstar. I think that's what they call him.
So now, both of these fights that you're calling for are 175-pound fights. So you're saying that you're going to move down in division to challenge the more popular fighters.
Yeah, if I move down, I mean, I'll have much more cardio, have much more gas in the tank, as they say, and I'll be a lot better. Because I saw my footage, and I kind of didn't like what I saw. I mean, I did look tired. I felt like I'd made a lot of mistakes. And at the end of the day, I'm my self-worst critic. So if I can make it down to 175, I just feel like I can do a whole lot better. And against less opposition, Jose or the Rockstar guy.
So now, obviously, you have a wife, you have children, you had to take off of work, you were away from your home for a week during this event. What did the family say when you got back? And now they finally got to see that you got to win, and they're hearing your plans for the future.
Oh, they love it. They love it. Whenever my wife heard about where the next possible Border Wars location might be at, she got excited, and yeah, so they're happy for me. They definitely want me to continue it. I want to continue it. It was a crazy experience to be out there with you guys. I mean, like when I got there, I kid you not, I felt like all you guys were family. The USA side, of course, you know.
Absolutely, that's.
So it was a great experience.
I mean,
go ahead, Matt.
You go next. My mic's messing up.
Well, I was gonna ask, you know, how do you get that fight with Jose? I know your fight just dropped. We have to let it marinate and see, does the public demand, you know, Cruz versus Jose, or was the demand for that Ward Kovalev casual Jose rematch bigger? And if so, where do you go? I know you mentioned the Rockstar, but you know, the Rockstar is kind of like Canelo without the popularity or money, right? I mean, he wants to pick his dates. He wants to set the venue. Yeah. and no one knows him. So I don't know. Where do you go from here?
Well, I mean, I'm willing to take on anybody 170. I'll probably say from like 175 to 210. I'm willing to take on anybody around that weight class. And I guess the Rockstar, you know, he wants to set all his demands because he feels he's only going to get one shot at it. And once he takes that L, I mean, he's really not going to have any other options but to probably drop out.
Very true.
Eric, how much weight did you cut for this event? Because I know you were like running a lot. You were running like 8 miles like a day and some shit like that. Like, how much weight did you cut?
I was at 220. I started off at 220. I got all the way down to, I think my lightest was 192. And then whenever Jose told me that, he called me like Saturday, 2 days before before we flew out there, he called me that the guy dropped out. I kind of like took my foot off the gas and kind of started eating out. But then I got back into it like the next day. So I got down, I would say the day before the fight, I was at 194. So I lost 26 pounds.
Do you recommend any other
I'm
listeners?
still feel heavy, so I can, yeah, definitely.
Do you recommend for any other listeners to maybe get involved with this? Because you were just a listener, you were intrigued by this idea, and you called in and you said, I wanted to be a part of it. And then you were, and then obviously you sort of made some lifestyle changes. You cut 30 pounds almost of weight. That's a lot of good things. I mean, do you recommend this for anybody that's listening right now?
Yeah, definitely. I recommend everybody who's listening, and you know, they wanna get in the square circle and give it a try. Because I know I kind of was messing with you guys about I was knocking guys in the gym and this and that, but the only sparring footage that I have is what y'all have. I only sparred twice. I sparred one time at the gym with you know, some guy that just and then I sparred at my brother's house. So that was it. It was just those two sparring. Those were the only 2 times that I sparred.
Damn, you see? Huracan didn't press that action. He would have pressed the action on you. He would have left you in that 3rd round, buddy.
No, I said those were all 2 times that I sparred, but I was still running. So my cardio wasn't that bad.
Okay. So, man, Cruz, you know, for me, I feel like you have a lot of options like Jose, but unfortunately, the water always trickles from the top to the bottom. So it depends on what Jose is going to do. But I can see some matchups for you, you know. Now, do all the stars align? You know, in a perfect world, the Rockstar would stop ducking the league, sign up, and sign that contract. You know, I mean, his trainer joined Patreon just to watch the fights and asked who's going to be the stepping stone for the Rockstar to get his title shot. And you gladly stepped up to the plate, but as of now, no contract sent back from this Rockstar.
Yeah, it seems like they lost their pen, because I did see the comment from the trainer basically saying, you know, they were willing to take any fight, but now it seems like they only want Jose, where at least the Rockstar does. But I guess his comment was before the footage, right? It was before my fight. It
was before your fight, and that is the problem, you know. Your fight dropped and things changed. But I will say this: we have him on the line, and I don't even know whether or not to bring this guy on, because we know he's going to give the sing and dance and bring up things from the past instead of sticking to what is the future, and that is Eric Cruz is the future of TBV Promotions, coming rising like a phoenix from the ashes when everyone thought he was done. He finishes their team captain. But Cruz, I'm going to go ahead and bring on this guy. We're going to keep it kind of UFC-ish and allow this guy to probably disrespect you, is what, you know, people in the B-side position tend to do to get the attention of A-side such as yourself. But you know what the Bible says. Give him the other cheek. Don't worry about it. Let me get out to Robert Ortiz, the drummer of Escape the Fate. Mr. Lose His Pen. Never sign up for the fight.
Let's see. September 14th. September 14th. I'm ready. I stay ready.
So wait a minute.
I fucking stay.
Wait a minute, Matt. Wait a minute.
Stay ready. I don't need no
6 months to train to lose 2 pounds like fucking Canadian bacon. I fucking want this fight, dude. September 14th. You already ducked me once. Canadian Jose comes on here challenging me while I'm trying to negotiate with fucking Ness, who won't lose fucking 30 pounds, and he outweighs me by 70 fucking pounds. Won't take the fight. And is talk about, I'm only doing it on the island, bro. I'm only doing it on DR. We in Vegas. It's fight week for one of the biggest fights of all time. And you won't come. You won't hop on. How hard is it to get on a fucking flight, dude?
Robert, let's have a serious conversation here. What gives you the impression that you have any A-side power to tell not only myself?
Oh, man, here we go.
Wait a minute, bro, because this is realistic. Hold on and listen. This is real. Like, you think this is all WWF. This is real, all right? You're trying to say that you are so popular and such high demand on this TBV promotions that you are going to tell everyone else on the past promotion they need to pack their bags and travel to Las Vegas September 14th because you're ready to fight. When we just got back from Florida, and our plans since the first fight dropped is that we're going to do the next one in 6 to 7 months. But because Robert Ortiz, a guy that never has fought, no one's ever seen on footage, you deem or you demand that we all get on a plane and come to your hometown. I mean,
2 months
come on,
after
bro.
Just 2 months after a fight.
Yeah, 2 months after the fight because you said so. I mean, like, we want Cruz to whoop your ass, but you don't even want that anyway. Forget the date. You haven't even agreed to fight Cruz. You think you deserve a title shot on top of that. Nobody. Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna let you handle this shit, Matt. This is when I check out.
No, but fucking Jose, who's 0-0, casual fan Enrique's 0-0, and they get title shots, but you ain't got no fucking title shot for the Rockstar.
You know why there was a title shot, Rob?
Who gives?
Rob, do you know why it was a title shot?
I ain't even listening to you, Matt. You're literally on the payroll.
Rob.
What?
Just answer the question. Do you know why it was a title fight?
I have no fucking.
Let me explain to you.
It was a title fight. Listen, it was a title fight for the same reason that the WBC just made a fucking diamond belt for Mikey Garcia and Adrian Broner, because the sanctioning bodies wanted to get involved with a fight, but it was still the inception of the league. So now you're saying that even though the inception happened and these guys put in hard work, they trained, they traveled, they fought, no, you still get preference? Man, get the fuck out of here.
I ain't knocking their hustle.
Hold on, Rob. That's not even the reason why we had the titles. Canadian Jose literally got the titles from making bets and picks on fights.
I'm not going to say they were wrong. They were suspect on both fights. I don't understand how, each guy won, but I guess, there's an argument for it. I'm not going to say no. I'm just saying they were close fights, but there's no, I don't understand. So you'll give them a title shot, but not me.
Rob, let me answer you because Ness didn't answer you the correct way because Ness wants to hype this up. I'm going to answer you the real answer why we had titles for those fights. Because Canadian Jose won those belts off of bets, off of picks for fights. And that happened for years before Border Wars. And then he put his own belt on the line for all these fights. That's how we got titles.
He earned his title shot outside of the ring. Okay. Man, boxing, even in a fake league, boxing's still corrupt. It's crazy.
Well, that's exactly why we're not trying to let an unranked fighter get a shot. That's why we're trying to
have belts.
That's why we're trying to get a shot. That's why we're trying to give you a shot at our version of Erickson Lubin. It's just you're afraid.
What does fear have to do with anything, dude?
So sign the contract.
Jose's the tougher fight. Like what?
Jose's not in your league, Daddy. Jose's not in your league.
Well, I can't hear you guys. I don't know if it's my service or yours, but
definitely your service.
I don't know if you hear me. There you are. But listen, man, I want Jose.
You can't get Jose.
It's apparent that Nestor won't fight me at a catchweight.
You got to earn the title shot, buddy.
You got to earn a shot, bro. You can't just call out Jose. Jose's the champ. Did Floyd fucking pay any mind to Thurman when he beat Orlando Lara on HBO? I want Floyd. Man, get out of here. Everybody calls out Floyd.
Gets a fucking fight.
And you're not Conor. You don't bring the numbers that Conor does.
He trying to pull a cannon.
Why the show spike? Why the show ain't spike? Because you called in.
What numbers did any of the other guys bring?
Oh my God, he doesn't get it.
Make no sense.
You don't get it.
Robert trying to pull a Cannon Briggs move, trying to get.
Yeah,
listen.
Yeah, he's trying to get a fight based off his slogan.
All right. Look. I'll be straight up. I had time over the summer. The only time I couldn't do literally was the time that you guys were doing the actual fights. I actually was out of town taking care of some stuff. It was my version of Amir Khan's Ramadan. I had some tribal ceremonies to do with my daughters. And this was a real thing, and I have video evidence to prove this. But unfortunately, I couldn't make that. But I had the rest of the summer to do this. I told Ness, let's do this September. Let's make it happen. He said no, and he said he wants to do it on island. I said, that's fine. But now I'm going to have to be going out on tour. So you guys work. I gotta go around your schedule. I'm trying to fit my schedule in too, and I'm calling you out September 14th, and you guys are gonna wait till I'm on tour and say, "Well, he's not fighting. Where is he?"
Yo, you sound like nothing but excuses, bro. You want us to change the date because of one guy when there's over 13 people on the next card. We got Jay and JP. Okay, that's Orlando and Los Angeles. Then you got Matt and Warren, Canada and America. You know, you got fucking Jose versus Enrique or Cruz, because you obviously don't want Cruz. So Jose might have to step up to the plate because you sound like something. I don't know.
Why would I be scared of Cruz?
Because you seen what he did. You seen what he did. You seen what he did.
Sign the contract. Sign the contract.
Sign the contract then. Sign the contract.
I want the champ. How can you say I'm ducking someone when I want the guy that's ranked higher than him? You guys make
everybody wants the title shot. It don't hurt to lose to a champion. You think you smart? You're not smarter than
February?
us.
Okay, fine. February, do it in Europe. First day of my tour. Let's do this. You want to really travel? Let's make it happen. Europe.
December, January, February. Those are our targeted months. We have over 13 people on this card. We can't just accommodate one guy. You're
telling me no one on this panel, no one on that card would want to be part of the fight week festivities at Triple G Canelo?
I tried, bro. I even included you into our chat. I thought it was a good idea because we could do Border Wars like on a Thursday, Friday, and then have a fight party for the Canelo Triple G watch party. I thought it would be a good idea, but
I'd have a free venue for the watch party right here at my house.
But
we could do it the way we did Maypac, dude. We could set it up.
I suggested it to them, but a lot of them all said, "Yo, we just came off the Florida trip. We need to recuperate." So I said, "All right."
2 months to recuperate.
It's not just hey, Rob. Real talk, Rob. It's not just recuperating from a fight. It's financial.
We're talking about financially.
Yeah, you're a rock star, dude. We don't make the money that you do. Like, you think we can just go to Vegas, then go to DR, then go to Florida? Like, who do you think we are?
Fucking, you guys are cheap EV, dude. The voice of the people. You just
sponsor it. Sponsor it. Yo, why doesn't Escape the Fate sponsor Border Wars? We do it in Europe, and it's called Escape the Fate Border Wars. Wow. There you go.
And like, that's cool. I mean, Cruz would be. I mean, that'd be a nice fight. I think he and I would match up really well. I'm not saying no to that fight, but I really want Jose because he is the champ. And also, I mean, me and Eric Cruz are on the same side. Me and Eric Cruz are on the same side of the border. We're supposed to defend our border against.
Yeah, but every card is in Border Wars. Like, if we do Valentine's, if we're doing Valentine's, it might be called Valentine's Day Massacre. Every fight has to have its own theme. You know what I'm saying? Every fight's good. We were thinking January 1st in New Year's Eve in DR. I mean, it's a lot of we have a lot of things, but there's a lot of people. We even got JD from Texas as part of this one. Eric Cruz from Texas, JP from Long Beach. Info Joe from LA wants to get involved. Matt's involved. Doomsday and I mean, it's just too many people for you to think that you can just come with your A-side demands without even being an A-side. Now you stop Cruz, then we got to listen to you. But let me tell you something, Cruz. You are his kryptonite. I'm the only one that has actual footage of Robert Ortiz. He thinks he's Mayweather and he fights like him. So we already know what Mayweather's kryptonite is. that Maidana Wild style, those overhand rights that you've been throwing, it's over. He knows it. I know it.
Keep throwing them, bro. It's cool.
So sign the contract. Do it right now in front of the audience. Stop
I need
ducking.
a date first. You need to tell me the date. You tell me the date, then I'll tell you.
You know the date.
I have.
The date is going to be. Listen, the
literally,
date.
I'm touring from the day after the Canelo Triple G fight until the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm definitely going to need some time to recuperate from that. Literally, my body will physically.
No problem. We're talking about next year. We're talking either December or January, February. What doesn't this guy hear? Did he get hit in the head too much?
I heard that. I said, give me a date, and we'll see what we can do.
You don't want that Eric Cruz challenge. Let me bring on Cruz. Does it sound? I don't hear him telling. I don't hear him telling his girl to break out the red fucking panties, Cruz. He doesn't want to make $1 million.
Yeah, it seems like he doesn't. He wants to get that easy paycheck with Jose.
Easy paycheck with Jose. Damn.
Jose's better than you, man. You got one punch. One punch. You got to. Like, I'm not saying you're bad. You got one punch. I thought you lost that fight. He won the first round, and
everybody that I want to face seems to think that I lost that fight.
Swinging those big overhand right. I thought he lost the fight.
You're the only person that thinks that.
You're the first guy to say he lost that fight, bro. You sound like a hater right now.
You guys also thought Ward beat Kovalev in the first fight. Fuck you guys.
Yo, just sign a contract. Cruz is doing you a favor. He's coming down in weight to fight your bum ass.
Are you gonna make 175?
Don't worry about it. We got TBV
make
promotion has penalty clauses around here. You know what I mean? We got penalty fees if they don't make the weight.
I got the heat on my back right now.
That don't make no weight. That's the bottom line, though.
Listen, I tell you this, Rob. Let me just tell you this. That 175-pound division TBV Promotions 175-pound division is identical to the real Boxing World's 175-pound division. Doomsday's next fight is at 175. Coach Smitty is at 175. Fucking Enrique, Jose, Cruz. I mean, if I were you, I would just lose weight. I know. I understand why you don't want to fucking take a fight, because after you fight one, there's a list of monsters waiting for you. I understand.
Ready to rattle them ribs.
Oh man, I can't wait for this shit. Give me a date. Give me a date, and I will coordinate.
February
what?
We'll send you a date.
February.
You're not touring. Why does it matter? That's enough time to recuperate. Why are you fucking complaining?
We'll send him a date. We'll send him a date.
I'll be touring in February.
Stay single, because it's going to be a Valentine's
Hey, Cruz. Hey, Cruz, let me tell you something, Cruz. I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. Again, he fights like Mayweather, so that's who he wants to be. And you know, what did Pacquiao used to do? Every time he had a fight, he would use Mayweather's name. So this is what Rob is doing. He's using your name to stay relevant, because he didn't got no fight. He ain't fight or knock out nobody. He ain't stun or drag nobody. Here's he talking about. He talking about fighting you when he gets out of tour. He's not even in fight shape. He just wants to make noise on your victory dance. This is your victory parade.
We don't even need TBV there. We could send Eric over here to Vegas. Just fucking.
There he goes. There he goes, thinking he's bigger than the fucking league.
We're the UFC. Sit down, son.
Yeah, it seems like he only wants to fight in Vegas.
Oh man, here we go.
Better not
the
duck
UFC
me,
makes
son.
the fights happen.
Better not duck me, son.
All I hear is this guy only. All I hear is this guy with demands and a lot of A-side tactics.
Weight class. Wow, dude.
He's in your weight class. He's at 175. There's a scale, just like every fight. What sport do you watch?
Well, you want me to fly to some foreign island, spend thousands of dollars, show up, and for a guy to not be in the same weight class as me.
This is you. This is you spewing negative propaganda, because just like the WBC, we'll have a 30 and a 2-week and a 10-day, or whatever you want. Don't you worry. Cruz already sent Jose pictures the last time he had to make weight. He's an honest guy. His ring name is God's son, aka El Terrible. Don't forget it, man. His dad's a pastor. So don't worry, he's gonna beat you on both cheeks.
Okay, so he won't lie to me then. Damn, dude. You know what's crazy though? With this negotiating, damn, all those fights that we want to see happen, now I see why they don't. you imagine?
Yo, quick side note.
We can't even make a vacation fight.
Quick side note right here. I mean, look, I know that I normally tell guys don't even, talk about the chat, but everybody knows Georgie, right? We all know Georgie, right?
Yes. Yes, of course.
All right, so Georgie's comment is, I'll fight Ness, no gloves, 1 round, last man standing. You better not duck me, son. I mean, I thought Georgie was like 56. Last time we did a bet and he had to cut his ponytail, I remember seeing a huge beard belly. And he says no gloves. Georgie is signed to Robert Ortiz Promotions. You know what I'm saying? He signed to the Drummers Promotions, and they're both delusional. Listen, Georgie, I know people that would endorse you to fly you. They'll put you up in hotels and everything just to watch me beat the shit out of you. So whenever you want to sign up for the promotion, the page will be up. You just got to register and make sure you pass all the bill of health and screening. We do know you look unhealthy, but if you pass it, you pass those tests. Oh, don't worry. I'll beat you up. We'll make sure you get there for free too.
Oh, Lord. All right, guys. Well, I'm out. You give me a date. I don't mind fighting Eric Cruz. I'm trying to shoot for 10-14. Too soon for you guys. Give me an exact date. I know I'll be touring in February for sure. I'm not sure at what point in January I'll be touring. So I just need a date, and I will be ready. I stay ready.
Whatever, Rob. 1, 2, 3. Who the fuck is the rock star, huh? Nobody. Let's go out to Bobby Promotions. What happened?
I just want to know if the rock star is going to wear his sunglasses in the fight. He wears them inside all the time, so I wonder if he's going to wear the sunglasses in the fight too, you know?
He's going to need them after.
Hopefully. Cruz, I'm going to leave you on the line because I'm bringing Bobby Promotions, a.k.a. Canada's only son, a.k.a. Andre Ward himself, and he's got options, and you want to be one of those options.
Yo, but first of all, before Rob leaves the line, I just want to address something, man. Although we didn't specify 100% that the Huracan Eric Cruz was for a belt because of different weights and everything else, to be honest, man, I'm a fair man, and I honestly believe that Cruz does deserve that title because weight aside, he fought a guy that had more experience than he did. So, you know, I think that belt should be shipped out to him, man. So I endorse that, and we're gonna send that belt to Cruz, man.
So you're saying Cruz? So you're saying Cruz is a champion, and if Jose was, I mean, if Robert Ortiz was really looking for a title fight, well, he could fight the Earl Spence of TBV.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, Cruz has the ring magazine belt. He earned it.
Is he gonna want to?
Angelo say that it was an easy fight.
Is he gonna want a vacant shot or something versus like Robert Guerrero? Or would he really go after Eric Cruz? I don't know. He's still on the line. I'm dying to bring him back. Rob,
so now he has the belt that he talked about, right? So now it's for a belt.
Rob,
Bobby Promotions is ill.
Bobby Promotions in full effect. Rob is quiet now. He's quiet now. He's quiet now.
Now he's forfeiting the belt.
No. Remember that there was 4 belts. So Angelo first fought Shandu, got the knockout, so he got that belt. So, you know, then when Eric fought him, it was debated that like he should have gotten Angelo's belt. So now Jose is finally saying yes, that's true. So now there's a belt. You don't have to be afraid. At least if you lose, you lose to a champion.
Have a fucking belt or not, and I need a date and a location.
We'll get that to you, man. But I just wanted to get you back on record saying that you're willing because we know how it is, man. As the date gets closer, people start jumping out. So Jose, that leaves you. So you're saying that you're not going to bypass Enrique then?
And he putting more roadblocks in front of him.
We had a lot of backroom talks, and I think it'd be an amazing 4-man tournament, you know. So we have Cruz versus Ortiz for the Ring Magazine belt, and then we have me and Enrique for the rematch for the WC belt, man. And then the winners meet in the final, man. I think it's fair. I'm willing to forego my immediate rematch. Should Enrique beat me, then it's fair, man. I'll sit in the back and I'll let the 2 champs go at it, man. I think that's the fairest thing to do. I think the fans deserve it. And I think
wait. So you're proposing
to be a unified champion.
Are you proposing? Are you proposing a same day 175-pound tourney?
Not the same day tourney. I say like it's the elimination, and then the tournament. The final will be held at the
next event,
Wars Part 3, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Because we saw what happens when you try to bite off more than you could chew, man. That's what happened with Habib, right? He tried to bite off more than he could chew. He disrespected, in essence, Cruz. And when you disrespect a fighter, man, sometimes you get your ass beat, and that's what happened.
Where is Mr. Angelo Huracan? Is he not going to make his?
Habib.
So he's foregoing both appearances.
Got relieved of his duties, man.
Oh man,
Captain Canada no longer, man. I made a mistake. I made a mistake by allowing him to be Captain Canada when all along it should have been me. Had I been in charge, things would have turned out a lot different. But you learn. I learned my lesson. I was the right man for the job all along, and that's me now. I'm in charge now, so no more fucking around. That's what it comes down to, as Canelo says, man. So Cruz, get past Ortiz or get past whoever else. I highly doubt Robert's going to fight, to be honest with you. Rockstar's a great guy. He hosted us in his house, but he's a host, man. He's a host.
Even for a belt? Even for a belt, you don't think that he's going to go ahead and maybe think about this fight?
Nah, he won't. He'll come up with excuses, everything else. You can ask Ness, man. I begged Ortiz. I was like, yo, take me on. You can beat me. The belts are all yours. And at that point, I put 4 belts up on the line, and he still didn't want it. So if he wouldn't do it for 4 belts, what makes it 1?
So what you're trying to say is that Rob is officially
negotiating with Nestor. So he sent you in to make it look like I ducked you, But when it became apparent that Nestor was ducking me, I said, I'll fight you. And at that point, you're like, well, I'm going to fight casual. And then the dates you get, it's just a date thing. I want to fight to be like, all jokes aside, all shit talking aside, I do want to fight. I think it's awesome what everyone's doing. I think it's really cool. I think for all of us, we just want to challenge ourselves in that way, And I want to do that. I do. I really do. Whether it's Cruz or Canadian Jose or casual, it's all good for me. I just
don't be calling out casual. That boy hit like a Mack truck. You doubting Canadian Jose. Canadian Jose got balls getting back in there with casual. He might not come out of there.
I don't know, man.
You know what? And I'm not only going in back again with casual.
6 months from now, Canadian Jose's cardio will be better, and he'll be able to take on a lot better. He'll just look a lot better.
You make sure your cardio's better, because Cruz.
It can't get better. I'm already at the finish line, homie.
Cruz lands bombs that suffocate people.
I mean, them shits is fire, hitting you with napalm.
Oh, so that telegraph is what you're saying. I didn't see you signing the contract in a hurry, though.
Because I want Jose. Jose's the better fighter. He's a better all-around fighter.
Make a name for yourself, sport.
He's got that body work. He's got everything.
Make a name for yourself, sport. No one's ever heard of you. Earn your stripes.
Well, he's got a.
Who the fuck is that guy? Tell me about it.
He's already talking about he's gonna lose on purpose to fucking to casual, and then after he throws that fight, then he's gonna talk about an immediate rematch, and he's gonna duck me. That's just how Jose works.
No. I'm willing to forego my trilogy fight. Like, if I were to lose with casual, I think the trilogy would be fucking outstanding. It'd be next to none. But I'm even willing to forego my immediate rematch should casual beat me. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm saying if he does beat me, then I'm not even going to take my immediate rematch. I'm not going to slow down the tourney. It's going to be the 2 champs in the final, man. And that's a big deal, man. Like, it should be my right to fight back for the belt, but I'm even willing to give that up, man. So that there's no excuses. So that
that's because you're a real fighter, Jose. That's because you're a real fighter. But you don't have to keep proving that. We've already seen you test your mettle in the ring. Unlike other people on this, conference call, all they're doing is just yapping because they got a hole in their face.
Give me a date, Nestor. Give me a date.
Give me a date. I don't know, man. You've made so many unrealistic, demands. Like, he wants a heavyweight to come down to 175. Like, you're insane, bro.
I just asked you to get to 200. Come on.
200.
That's like,
you know what I want you to do? I want you to stay at 175. Swim with those sharks. Swim with that hammerhead, Eric Cruz. Go ahead and swim with that great white big whale over there, Doomsday. I want to see you swim. Show your fans you can swim too, that you're more than just a drummer. Because you better do something, because you know you're used to beating on drums. Somebody gonna beat you like a drum, though.
Oh wow, that's
Absolutely.
Listen, man, give me a date and I'm ready.
You seen the body work of Doomsday? Go watch that fight. That's 175-pound division.
Yeah, see, Doomsday disrespected his opponent. He didn't give his all. Doomsday should have knocked him out, dude.
Oh yeah,
you don't know nothing about boxing.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna knock somebody out, huh? I seen you, bro. I watched your sparring that you never thought would be released, sparring you never thought the TBV community would ever see. I should get it right now and upload it to my Patreon and just show them who you think you are.
Go ahead. I'll do. Actually, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna upload my new episode today on my Patreon. That's patreon.com/ARob. And I'll upload my episode from my training camp, which is the same place. It's called the Old School Boxing Gym. That's in Colorado Springs. That's where Broner trains at right now. He trains there, and that's where he spars at, and he trains at the Olympic Training Center as well. And I'll upload that footage. Now, keep in mind, this was 2 years ago, and this was my first time sparring in 2 years after suffering a back injury. So I still dominated.
I hear excuses, guys. I hear excuses.
My back. It's broken.
We had him bleeding, everything.
I broke my back.
I literally did. And so this was my first time back in the ring since then. It was great.
Boom. That's it. He can. Yo, I got it. I got it, guys. It doesn't even matter what he does now.
I'm literally uploading it.
I downloaded it.
You guys could see the full fight.
It doesn't matter. I downloaded it. How about that? I downloaded it.
It's not uploaded. There's no way. You got like one mini clip. Let me see.
One mini clip. I got a whole training montage, bro. You don't even know what I got, bro. I'm about to show. I'm about to show what I got.
Post it if you want.
I'm about to show what I got. I'm about to show what I got.
Yo, what's up? We got the legend here. We got Thrash.
How the fuck do you have that?
Yeah. What? How do I got it? Because this is TBV Promotions. This is TBV Promotions, and we don't fucking play.
Russians is what you are.
We don't fucking play. You think I'm gonna send Eric Cruz over there without knowing what's going on? No, sir.
I didn't even show you those. I'm watching it right now.
No, sir.
I already know.
Yeah, I'm gonna fast forward to this because all you see is him doing a lot of fucking handshaking and shit.
Eric Cruz.
Look who he fought. Look who he fought. That's what he likes to do. Take advantage. He's a cherry picker. Look who he fought.
They called me out.
Look who he fought. Look at the guy's headgear.
Jose called me out. I'm taking that challenge.
Look at the guy's headgear.
Yo, why your match look like Fred Flintstone?
He challenged me.
Look at the cherry picker right there. Look at the cherry picker right there. You know how many? Yo, you know what's funny, Eric Cruz?
Who the fuck is that guy?
How many people are calling out Robert right now? But he's saying that this guy deserved the shot because he called him out. You're disrespectful. You don't want none of this. Sign the contract. Stop running.
I said, give me a date. You're not giving me a date.
Man, based on this video, dates shouldn't even fucking matter. This should be embarrassing right here. Look at him. He's abusing this poor guy.
He's a big dude, though. How much the guy weigh? How much the guy weigh?
Look, he's
teaching him.
He slowed. Yo, guys, he slowed down. Look, he's slowing down his highlights when he lands on the guy. He's so excited that he edited it. So look, ooh, I dodged that shot. Let me put it in slow mo. Look,
oh shit!
Look at my shoulder roll.
You got the Mayweather bend. Okay.
Look at my shoulder roll.
That's his real speed.
Hey, Cruz, why is his mouth open, Cruz? Why is his mouth? He don't want none of Cruz. He don't want none. Look,
I was out of shit.
Look. He slowed it down, so we're absolutely.
Oh, he got the highlights on his.
Slowed it down, so we're absolutely
they were
sure.
Shit, just like you guys talk about. He never hit me once.
Whatever, dude.
I mean, he never boxed.
You think you're Mayweather? You're not Mayweather. Cruz eats guys like you for breakfast. Sign up. Oh my God, look at this footwork. I'm not even showing anymore because I don't want this. I don't want this exposed.
This was even 2 years ago. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
I want you to think this.
Oh my God, I can't wait to do a film study. Look at the way he throws the right hand. He's got the nerve to talk about Cruz's right hand. He fucking turns his head, Doomsday. He turns his head like a little baby.
Hold on. Look. No.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Oh my God. Listen, we got other callers, Rob. I got to bring in my UK promoter because he's bringing his fighter to Border Wars too. You know, unlike you, we got fighters that actually sign contracts.
I'm going to shut your YouTube down for stealing my footage, dude.
Yeah, you don't like that, right? Yo, I'm I'm the best promoter, bro. You didn't know I had that footage, man. I was gonna build up the fight more, but I think that's what we needed.
I'm gonna put it up today, actually.
Well, let me go out to Robbie Hearn in the UK. Robbie Hearn, now that you've seen some actual footage of the Rockstar, and you've already seen most of the fights.
I hope you think there's the footage because I was fucking 2-3 years ago.
Yo, his ego is so hurt right now.
The late footage.
Yo, his ego is so hurt right now that we have the leak footage.
But the thing is, I know.
Yo, I gotta mute him. Look, his ego's so hurt right now that we got the sparring footage of him and Barney that he won't let Rob get his. I mean, yeah, the other Rob get his call. Robert Ortiz. Your call is over. It's time for us to go to Robbie Hearn from the UK, who actually has a fighter on the card. Don't worry. I downloaded it, so there's no way you can hide that sparring footage. We're gonna do a fucking a TBB film study on that shit. First thing we're gonna do is try and find out where Barney find that fucking headgear. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Rob should be fined for allowing his friend to wear that headgear.
That was not right. Two sizes too small.
But I mean, it wasn't protecting anything. It was like a forehead gear.
Nah, it looked like a headband.
Let's see if Robbie Hearn is available. Robbie Hearn.
Yeah, you hear me, mate?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, good. Quick question before we get going. How do you know when Robert Ortiz's drummer stool is level? Because he dribbles out of both sides of his mouth.
Oh man, Rob, you're getting it from the UK, all across the pond.
Yo,
people
see his sparring now. They know.
That's fine, dude. Wow.
This should be lighting a fire under your ass right now. You got to fight for a belt. Who's your manager?
Hey, that's fine. I want you guys to think that's like everything. That's fine.
Robert, can he get his call, Mr. Ortiz? Mr. Ortiz, could Robert Hearns get his call?
That's fine. Go ahead.
You seem like your ego is so hurt. You must speak.
All that nervous laughter. It's okay, Robert. It's okay, man.
I've been dealing with hate for fucking 11 years.
Rob, your time's done.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to remove him.
I actually am a.
Oh my God!
Look,
Jesus, are we gonna have to mute this guy?
Skin is made out of adamantium.
No, he's still talking.
The hatred.
It's not hatred. I just want TBV promotion to find someone to bounce your head off that canvas.
Oh, it's very well. That shoulder roll's impenetrable.
Are you talking about the shoulder roll we just saw?
Demanding dates and venues yourself. You can't do that as a fighter. You can't just say here and now.
Okay, so if Jose and Cruz can do it, why can't I? Makes no sense. Jose was doing that before.
Jose and Cruz were part of it. Yo,
Jose did it when he was 0-0. No, did it when he was 0-0.
No, Jose and Cruz were part of the already existing promotion.
Oh yes, I do.
My God, he's horrible.
Anyways, guys, I got to get off this stuff. But listen, give me a date and I'll be ready, Nestor. I stay ready. I don't get tired either.
Whatever.
Later, guys.
Later.
He said epic shoulder roll. That's hilarious.
Oh man, what's this guy on? He's drinking his own Kool-Aid, as you say.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to comment Eric Cruz's fight. That overhand right, the Canelo style, you know, the head went down, the overhand right come over, and I just had images of Amir Khan hitting the canvas, remember?
Oh yeah.
That was sweet. Yeah. Big respect to the Cruz. And promoter to promoter, Naz. I think Mr. Heyman there. You need to just cash out on Doomsday. What's he really giving you? Yeah, he's not doing nothing for you.
He'll do nothing. Not a fucking
Here we go, the McGregor.
That's right. All you're doing, you know, I went running today at Wheatway Park. You go to my IG, to my storyboard, you'll see Rob coming out of the pond. A little weasel. Little weasel trying to weasel his way in.
Yeah, that little weasel looked a lot like a beaver, you moron.
Yeah. Or whatever it was. That's what you that's what you are. You're coming out of the pond from across the way thinking that you're gonna be hot stuff. You already know you're gonna lose. I don't know why you're hyping up your fighter so much. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose all your money. You're gonna put all your chips on the Brit, and the American is gonna conquer. Like
had the kids, had your wife.
UK, we call chips are like you guys call them fries. So you'll like that. If you win all the fries, then you can get all that weight back on that you like.
Oh man!
But anyway, you hear me all right?
Yeah.
It's still cutting out a little bit. Yeah, you were saying about to Robert Ortiz there about the 175 division, and you know you were like, dude, Doomsday's going to be 175. Well, when Middy's knocked his 10-pound head off, he's just going to weigh the 165. You know what I mean?
You're talking about weight. You're talking about heads. Your fighter's head is small. That little head's not going to be able to take one right hand. I swear. Once I hit him with the right hand, all he's going to see is Michael Myers coming at him for the rest of the fight. That's if he makes it out of the first round. I already told you what I'm going to do. I'm not.
No, but they're campaigning.
All fighters.
They're campaigning for 5 rounds.
I don't care what they're campaigning for. We decide what we want, and
We're
they
not doing 5.
and you guys got to follow.
Knock him out in 1. He's going to knock him out in 1, according to your little cash out there.
I'm gonna make your fighter a good boy. Good boy. He's gonna be a good boy.
He is a good boy until he gets off his stool.
Yeah, and he gets hit right in the nose. And then his whole mentality is gonna change. He's gonna go from fucking.
Where's the weight at, Doomsday? Get the scale out and get the camera on it.
You want me to do that, right? How am I supposed to get on the show?
Take a picture. Take a picture. We want to see where's the weight at.
I bet the needle's gone the wrong way.
Definitely not. I took 2 weeks off. I'm not gonna lie. I got up to 204. I'm back down to 198. So I'm on my way. Listen, losing weight for me is nothing.
Dairy Queen in the background.
You giving me 7 months, huh?
He said there was a Dairy Queen in the back of your IG post.
You're a liar. You're a liar. That's a good one. But you're still a liar.
Probably ate that beaver that came out of the pond, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna munch on Mitty's face with my punches when it's time to fight night.
Well, listen, Rob, let me wrap this one up. But I will say, man, I'm glad to hear that Cruz has an opponent and that he was crowned champ for his fight. I also I'm ready to start pumping up this Coach Smitty fight. You know, there's so much storyline there, Matt. I mean, is Doomsday going to make the weight? I mean, you got to keep your commentator hat on this one. You can't go friendship. Is he going to make the weight?
I don't know.
Is he going to perform, you know, healthy at that weight? Is he going to have this power that he claims he has at that weight?
I think that's the only thing we can say.
I had it at heavyweight. I got it in cruiserweight, and I'm going to have it at light heavyweight.
Power comes down.
Mitty's head is going to blow up come fight time.
Power comes down, so that's an absolute. Like
is he going to be able to handle that jab of Coach Smitty, man? We got tape on
we don't know. We don't know.
That's the lucky thing of signing with TBV Promote. I got tape on everybody. You see, I got tape on Mitty. He can't do nothing. He can't hide that. I have it already. It's mine. Like I got tape of Rob. It's mine.
I'll be honest, Doomsday, you're my bro, but I'm worried about the weight. And I'm worried about you being healthy at that weight. That's a good question.
Everybody's worried about the weight.
It's about, is he going to be able to throw punches?
And honestly, with your body's type,
all you're doing is bringing me to an optimal weight.
Can you go even past 175 or something like that?
He doesn't need to go past 175.
Right, how far down do you need to go?
I need to go down to 185. I get down to 185. The rest I'll lose.
185? Yeah, you can do that then. That's only what 13.
I'm walking around. If I get my walk around weight down to 185, I could lose 10 pounds.
But the fight is at 175.
I know, but I mean, I need to get my body down to 185.
And
walk around.
Stone, you can watch Smitty on Patreon. Go down there. It's Coach Smitty versus A God, and Coach Smitty versus Mario Contreras on Patreon.
Make no mistake, I'm not sleeping on Coach Smitty one bit.
You can't.
But
I'm not saying you're sleeping. I'm not saying you're sleeping.
But I think
this is not me promoting. You cannot sleep on Mitty. He has 7 fights without headgear and 10-ounce gloves, and I watched them fight in person.
You fought a bums.
He doubles and triples the jab. Well, he fought somebody you fought too, and he did well. So I don't know. You know,
he did so well that the coach still talks about the UK guy. Like he will still bring up Mitty in camp. I know you weren't at camp for the last week before Border Wars, but Coach Terrific was bringing up the UK guy a lot. I think on just UK. He was like, "Yo, where's UK
and
guy?"
Listen, coach is lean, right? So he's at 160. He could choose to come in at 160, or he could choose to come in at 175, which is his walk around weight, and maybe add a little something to that. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is what it is. I decided, I agreed to 175 because I got to get down to 175. I'll be having a match before, I actually fight Coach Mitty. So, this way.
The thing is this, Doomsday. See, people could assume that all the typical things will happen to you negatively due to the weight loss. But again, you're not a professional fighter that already has his body fat percentage between 12 and 14.
Exactly.
You have the body fat to lose.
That's
to
right.
get to 175 healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're nowhere near ripped. You're nowhere near as lean as me.
No, I'm not going to be draining my body. I mean,
yeah, you're not. I don't think that you are.
What this is all about, it's just going to be a lot of
motivation,
a lot of discipline and hard work. Consistency throughout these 7 months is going to be real key for me to reach this weight. I don't
look at Georgie Porgy. He says Mitty will dance around Doomsday all day. It would have been interesting if you actually seen Mitty. Then I would have took that seriously.
Hey, listen, we're gonna box. We're gonna box. He's gonna do what he does. He's gonna, think.
I want to know why Matt's so quiet, Doomsday.
I don't know. I think Matt had a rough night.
Does he not believe in you or something?
I'm just thinking about the next event. I think there's a lot of even matchups, and I think probably the one that's going to be the hardest to call is Doomsday's fight.
Well,
I mean, in terms of, we have some, listeners and callers, real talk, that don't like us discussing these shows, don't like us doing this because it's not real boxing. Doomsday is a Diamond Gloves champion. Coach Mitty is a 7-0 amateur over in the UK. Like, that's a real fight.
Not even amateur. His fights are unsanctioned without headgear, so he's there.
I mean,
they're like the closest thing to pro fights that there are.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be high level.
But it doesn't matter anyway. I mean, you don't even have to bring those guys. Like, this is a completely separate show. It's titled what it is. If it doesn't apply, let it fly.
If you let me finish my statement, I'm saying like anyone that listens to the Boxing Voice for any topic should be interested in Doomsday versus Mitty, because that's going to display levels of boxing that's on the amateur scene that is so hard to see for some of us that are fans. Because not all fans go to amateur shows. Not all fans are involved in the amateur system and see what that's like. Seeing Doomsday versus Coach Mitty is a quick glimpse into what amateur fighters go through. I think that'd be cool.
He's not going to be able to take my punch. Wait till you guys see it. As soon as I hit him, really hit him, 100% hit him.
Yo, that's what I don't like. That you always want to rely on that punch.
Listen to me. I already got taught how to dance in the ring. I'm in there tomorrow again. Shout out to Coach Terrific. I'm boxing. So I'm gonna pick my shot. And trust me, when I hit you with that shot and your legs shake up, I'm not going to turn back and step back. No, I'm going to get on you. I'm going to jump on you. Trust me.
Well, let's see. Because Mitty has high output.
Mystic Mac, what round? Probably a 3-round fight. Are you going to finish him?
Listen to me, man. I'm coming out the gate. And he can know this now. I don't know how he's going to plan for it. I'm coming out the gate like a pit bull.
So if Mitty was smart, he would just let you waste that energy in the first.
He could choose to do whatever he thinks is best. Let's see who the War Master is.
The War Master. Well, That is going to be an interesting one, man. I can't wait to start seeing how Jay and JP start to develop, and a couple of others, man. A couple of others. We got some people that are looking to get on board as well. So it's going to be interesting for sure. Can't wait to get another highlight reel. Matt hitting that Info Joe heavy bag. Woo!
Heavy bag, but okay.
What happened?
That's not the heavy bag.
It's a light bag.
Yeah, it's a light bag. There's a heavy bag right next to it.
That's the light bag. The Jose bag.
See me hit a heavy bag. I don't know why you're acting like you haven't seen me in the gym, but okay. Young Ali.
Yo, Ness. Yeah, I just want to say one thing, man. I gave my respect to Cruz as a promoter, but let me keep it clear, man. As a fighter, man, I don't fear him one bit, man. I see that as an easy fight all day long. And,
I mean,
that looping
easy.
Right that he throws,
it's
like,
easy for you to say that.
Sort of Hail Mary from
Why the fuck you lying?
He beat up a little boy.
You always lying.
He beat up a little boy who weighs 140 pounds.
He was your coach.
The ring with a man.
Trainer. Your master.
Yeah, it's not my coach no more, man.
Your sensei.
It's terrific. And Doomsday, man. I'll migrate into the States.
No, you're not.
You know, Doomsday, don't listen to these haters either, man.
Gotcha.
You know, I got to go where my talents are going to be developed, man. And that's just the way it's got to be, man. But I'm telling you right now, Cruz, he can live his moment of glory, man. He can have it for now. But let me just take care of my own business that I have with Mr. Church, and then I'll knock down the other member of the church, man.
Bobby.
The two churches are going to be gone.
Bobby.
2 fights, man.
Hold on, Bobby. Bobby, very quickly. It's very cute that you say that, yet you put up the biggest roadblock possible, which is a title for Rob versus Eric, so you don't have to fight Eric or Rob. It's just interesting. Interesting. That's all.
No, not at all, man. I owe respect to Enrique. Believe me, if I had a choice, I would pick the other two guys. They're a lot easier fights, man. I'm telling you, Enrique's a lot bigger than both of them. Hits a lot harder than both of them, and he's got man strength. Those other two guys are still developing, man. They're still young. They're still boys.
Ness, do you smell that?
Enrique's a man.
You smell that? I smell the easy work.
Nah, man, I can't say that he's picking easy work, bro. I mean, he's doing
No. Not
what I want my league to continue to represent. Real boxing. He had a tight fight where the public is demanding a rematch, and he's giving the rematch. That's what we want all our champions to do.
I don't know. We have a lot of people demanding the Eric Cruz fight now.
We'll do a poll. Since you want to lie, we can do a poll. I haven't seen the same outcry for Cruz as we have for the rematch with Enrique.
Arguable.
I just haven't. I'm just being honest.
Yo, man.
Hey, Matt, but since we're talking
with half a brain, he would have won, man.
Matt, is the A guy? Did you see the A guy footage on Patreon
against Smitty?
Yeah,
I saw it through YouTube on the back end. I never saw it on Patreon.
Oh, maybe I never released it.
I don't think you released it.
Oh, there goes Patreon. You get a perk. You get a perky perk. Let's see. I don't know. Where is it? We'll have to check for it anyway. All right, then. I guess that's it, Bobby Aram. I respect you, brother. I like that you're giving Enrique his shot. It's the proper thing to do, you know. In the meantime, you got Eric Cruz there to build up his legacy, and you know, maybe the rock star that obviously gives you know, more storyline. I like it. Matt is just a hater. Matt needs to worry about Warren.
No, Eric Cruz make me laugh. In the chat, Eric Cruz said not one drop of blood on the Jose versus Casual fight, and they hit like men, using air quotes. Damn.
They hit like boys, he said. Oh, look, see? Leonard Sterling said it was released June 23rd. Hey, Leonard, won't you just put the link in the chat? Because I can't find it. June 23rd. You know what it is? I'm looking under the hashtag Border Wars. I guess I didn't fucking hashtag that one Border Wars, man. Which
I don't think you did.
I know that sucks. So I don't even know how I hashtag. Oh, under sparring, probably.
Could be.
Could be.
I couldn't even find it on the YouTube though, to be honest. I tried looking for through the back end again on YouTube and I couldn't find it.
Really?
Yeah.
All the tags are here, so I'll find it this way. But we need to end this. I guess final thoughts, man. I'm happy to. My final thoughts are simple. I'm happy to hear that Rob will join and Cruz will have a significant fight. That's gonna be fun, and that just adds to an already magnificent card. I mean, it's really shaping out to be crazy. If all these really could go down, it's gonna be huge. I mean, we have a lot of good matchups. Just the Doomsday and Smitty matchup is a main event. The rematch with Jose and Enrique, that's a main event in itself. We got nothing but drama, real drama from you and Warren coming. You know, Cruz and the Rockstar.
We're not gonna play nice. Me and Warren.
You know, it's just a lot of good stuff, and there's still others to be announced. I mean, JP and Jay from Orlando. JP have something to prove there because he was called out. He was sitting at home thinking shit was sweet. He didn't know people was plotting on him. Okay, here we go, Coach Smitty. Let me see. I'm about to. I found the tag. So now all I gotta do is find the link. I don't know, the tag ain't working the way I expected. Whatever. But yeah, I can't wait. 6 months is a long time. I wish Rob was right. Unfortunately, you know, these things cost money to put together. So it would have been great, though. I did kind of like that idea, to be honest with you, of making doubling it for the Triple G Canelo. That made a little bit of sense. It did. But yeah, those are my final thoughts, man. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTL.
My final thoughts are go to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to see Angelo Huracan Habib versus Eric Godson Cruz. You would not be disappointed, let alone the other fights that have been released. And one more, Young Ali, Mr. Nestor Gibbs versus Zach Kramer coming up any day now. That one's gonna be fun to say the least. Cannot wait for the reaction on that.
Just tweeted it out. I tweeted it out. I found it. Both of the sparrings for Coach Smitty.
So did Bruce. Bruce, the unnamed producer of the show. But yeah, I'm at Tipster Hunter. You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter, Matt Hunter TBV on Instagram. My MMA podcast, Mixed Combat Radios on Patreon, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, etc. We're gonna do a show of that tomorrow on the Daniel Cormier versus John Jones fight, and hopefully Doomsday can show up this time.
Gotcha, bud. And I am Alex Doomsday Lainez. That's Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ. Catch me on Facebook, Alexander Lainez, LAINEZ. And my Twitter, I'm still getting the hang of it, Alex TBV. And what can I say? Can't wait for this next Border Wars. I'm already running, training, getting ready for the UK. The Redcoats are coming. I need my TBV American fan. Back me up morally. I need that support. I need to make this weight. They counting on me to fail, but I'm not going to lose. I will not lose.
Yo, they saying Georgie versus Info Joe. Georgie won't even take that fight, man. He gonna claim, you know, friendship and all this bullshit. Hey, Igloo, are you gonna be the judge for Border Wars 2? Even though we're not gonna be in Florida, you coming out with us? Wherever it lands. All right, guys. So we're out of here, man. I gotta go eat and stuff like that. Pleasure doing the show. I had fun, and check you out later.